another magic catch, man. What did you see? What happened?
Another good ball from Justin. You know, it was a rollout to the right, and I'm on a corner route there, and I just kind of made eye contact with him as he was scrambling, and slowed it down a little bit because the defender had his back to me, and Justin just trusted me enough to put the ball up and made the catch.
What's the biggest key to the ball placement with the way the defense was playing that one?
Right, like I said, he had his back to me, so all he can see is where my eyes are going. So anything above the shoulder is going to be where I want the ball, because otherwise I got to go over him. And like I said, Justin put it right here on the money. Good ball.
What does this win do for you guys, given where you were 2 weeks ago?
It's huge. It's a big difference to be 500 and then be above 500. I think, like, morality-wise, it gives us a lot of momentum going into next week. So you could hear the locker room from here. I'm sure it was one of the most exciting post games I've been a part of, and I think the guys are really rolling right now.
Jesper, can you describe what it's like in there right now?
I mean, you can hear it through like 5 walls. I think everyone's dancing. You got guys like me who usually don't even get in that circle, going and throwing some moves. So I think everyone is very excited because it was a great game on all phases of the game. The defense played their tails off. The offense was moving the ball and taking really long drives, eat up that clock, and then special teams was lights out too against a really good unit.
Where Justin took some big shots early in the game. How much were you aware of that? What the kind of pain he was in, and then what did it mean for him to come back each time?
Right. I mean, he's a fighter. You saw some of those huge hits, and ideally you want to eliminate those, but it says a lot about your quarterback when he wants to come back and finish the game off, even though I'm sure he's battling through some stuff. So he'll heal up and be back ready to go for next week.
What was it like for you having to find your time over the first month of the season?
I think that you learn to become patient in this league, and 3 weeks or 4 weeks is nothing compared to like a 2 seasons. So I knew it would come eventually, and you just got to be ready for it when it comes. So. So cool. I'm not used to playing away games where you have a crowd that can rival the home crowd. And especially for this game, they were making so much noise, which really disturbs the opposing offense. And you saw a lot of penalties that are caused solely because of that. So it's great.
Your two running backs, Damian and Herbert, how do you think they did filling in? And, especially there at that drive when you guys went for 4 minutes?
Man, I thought they did a great job. They're two different running backs with different styles of play. And you saw they were just kind of running the ball and did well in the pass game too, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, really proud of them too. But it's no surprise. I mean, I've been seeing this since the beginning of camp for both those guys.
Jesper, what was Coach Nagy's message after this win?
Kind of what I talked about a couple questions ago. Just it was such a overall quality win in all phases of the game, and just how that is gonna springboard us into next week. I'm sure there's stuff we can clean up on tape, but really I left that game feeling like the majority of the guys played a really, really solid game.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
describe the environment in there and how you guys are feeling after this win today?
Man, the environment was crazy. You know, I'm used to the old Raider Stadium and coming here and seeing how many Bears fans there was out there today. It's crazy. You can't even think about an away game like that.
How about in the locker room right now and the way you guys are feeling after this?
Oh man, my blood's still going. I feel like I did more in the locker room just now than I did on the field, or the dancing we was doing. But no, it was a great team victory. You know what I'm saying? So we felt good, felt great about this win.
Could you describe the touchdown run you had? What you saw in the play and a little bit of a spin there right before you got in?
Oh nah, I kind of seen the line collapse and everybody went down, and we've been talking about it all week. If it bounces out, you're gonna be one-on-one with the corner. That's all I was thinking about really, was getting out there and being one-on-one with the corner.
With you being the featured back, how would you grade your performance today?
Say that one more time.
With you being the featured back today, how would you grade your performance?
I feel like we did great just overall as offense, and not kind of speaking about me, because I wouldn't be able to do anything without the guys in front, the quarterback and the receivers. So I just feel like as an offense, we was on point a little bit.
Was this the best game for your offensive line this season?
So far, I feel like it's my first time really just being back there like that. I feel like they always do their thing when it comes to Sunday. I just feel like today was one of them dog fights, and you kind of can really see it come out of them too.
What was your mindset this week, you and Khalil, knowing that you were going to be taking over, taking the load from David in this game?
Well, when you got a guy like David who's, a run hard kind of guy, and he's going to get them hard yards, that's what everybody expecting, And me being who I am, that's how I'm going to carry myself as well. We're going to go in here, we're going to get these hard yards, and we're going to keep going. And 2-4 had the same mentality. So whenever I went out, he went in, kept doing the same thing.
Damien, what are the opportunities you didn't play last season, came here in kind of a complementary role to David, to get the chance to be the guy, be the main, the primary back today? What does that mean to you leading up to it?
Man, being able to just do what I do every day is something special to me. Whether I'm out there first, second, third, as long as I'm out there being able to help my teammates, help my brothers, at the end of the day, I'm happy.
What did you see from Khalil Herbert and as a compliment to you, without David? What did you see from him today?
Man, I was telling him all game, especially coming out in that second half, like, this on you right now. Like, I gave my blows, the first blows in the first half. Now it's your turn to go ahead and get your couple blows in. But I feel like, as a young kid and coming into this type of environment, he held himself great.
As a rookie, what's the toughest thing for him, do you think, to be able to get over, a hump to get over, to be able to be productive in a game like this?
I just feel like, being consistent, period. I feel like he's a very consistent person, and I feel like if he continues to do that and continues to do that, he's going to have a long, long future.
Do you have some level of concern when Justin went out there for the brief period?
Not at all, because, we got 14 coming in as well. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you worry and like you say, I'm concerned about him because, he's one of my brothers. At the end of the day, we had a game to go out here and win, and we need a 1-4 to step up.
At what point did you notice the crowd support being in your favor in a road game today? At what point did you take note of that?
Man, honestly, in the beginning of the game, you can hear him, you can feel him, you can see him, and that's what we need. That's what we felt. That's why we was able to come out here and finish.
When they scored, obviously you guys had to finish. That field goal drive that you put together, what impressed you most about the ability to respond and give yourself that cushion at the end?
Just like you said, the ability to respond. They had a great drive. They went down, they had the momentum. And what we did was we quieted that.
Damien, how would you describe the toughness that field showed today?
Especially after that injury, I seen it up close. It looked scary, it looked bad. But to see him get over that, because it's a mental thing, you know what I'm saying? To see him go out there and still run and hold it and try to make plays, it's a kid playing football.
When you saw it, what's going through your head when you see his leg kind of at a weird angle?
You don't want to see whether he's on my team or not. You don't want to see them type of injuries. Those are something scary. But like I said, he held his own. Being able to shake it off a little bit, see if it's still there, and come out and let's play ball.
How have you seen the offense evolve the last couple weeks? I mean, you guys have made some pretty fundamental changes, it seems, with what you're doing.
I just feel like we feed well off each other. Like I said, especially when David's here, and being able to mix everybody up and really able to pound, and go over top, go across the middle, and just, kind of just have everybody crisscross. Like I said, once we get rolling like that as offense, we're a scary offense.
All right, thanks, everybody. Thanks.
All right, thank you guys.
Roquan, how would you describe how energizing this win was today in this environment?
It was huge. Not many people had us doing what we did. So, there's a little adversity throughout the game, but I felt like we came out and did what we had to do to get the job done. It feels great.
Damien was just saying it's pretty electric in there. How would you describe what you experienced in the locker room just a few minutes ago?
Oh, yeah, it was huge. Club dub. There was a lot of participants in there, so that was big time, and it's nothing like getting a win and then celebrating in club dub.
Compared to where you guys were 8, 9, 10 days ago, what did the last 2 games show you about your team?
I think, I don't live in the past too much, and neither do any of the guys. And it's more so about each and every day is a new opportunity. So we looked at it from that perspective and just coming out, playing our style of defense and, offense played good ball as well. And we feel like if we're all doing our job, special teams included, then we can make a lot of things happen.
Roquan, when you separate receiver from the ball to prevent a touchdown, how's that unnecessary?
It was a nice play. I figured he was gonna throw it up to him, and I just played through his hands. Get coached on it every week. So
I'm sorry, not that one. The one you got penalized for the unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness. What play?
In the end zone.
Oh yeah. I thought that was BS. I was like unnecessary. Yeah, I thought that was BS. It was like when I seen the play, it was like Vildor actually had knocked it out looking at it on film, but only thing I seen was the guy had the ball in his hand. And I'll have to look back at it, but I don't think I put my helmet in there. I think I put my shoulder, and then they called it, so it's a flag, but it is what it is.
Roquan, you had a stop in the first half on 3rd down on Derek Carr. You had to fight through some traffic and get him. What did you see on that play?
I seen him with the run fake, and then I seen him keep it, and I guess he thought he was gonna get him an easy first down. So I said, "No, let me stop you for a second."
Roquan, did it feel like you had a big boost on that final fourth down with the whole crowd yelling? It felt like it was a Bears game in there.
Yeah, man, there was a lot of Bears fans here. I didn't know. I knew there was Bears fans everywhere, but I didn't know they get down like this. So when they were saying the "Let's go Bears," that was huge, and felt like we were at home for a second.
But when a player who plays at your level usually it seems to sometimes get the benefit of the doubt on close plays. You don't seem to, and does that ever bother you?
Not at all. I don't want shit given to me. You know, I want to get everything the hard way. So that's how I live. That's how I'll always live, and I won't change. I'll get it.
But do you think you'll ever reach that point where, because of who you are, you know?
I don't want favors in life. That's not me. Nor do I want favors out on the field. So I don't really care about getting calls here and there. It is what it is. They call it, so be it.
Real quick, you guys took Roquan to come on the road and to put out the performance your defense did without a key. What does that say about the guys you got on that side of the ball and how you guys can impact games going forward?
Absolutely. Yeah, it sucks, having a leader like Akeem out. But it's next man up, and there's a lot of good guys in that room, in the defensive line room, rotating those guys in and out. So I tip my hat off to those guys. Those guys play hard each and every day, practice hard each and every day. So got a lot of respect for them.
Is this the best game the defense has played since when?
I don't really know, and I don't care. I just know it was the game this week, and we won.
You guys had the dime. You guys had dime personnel out there a lot. How about DHC making that play? It seems like he's playing more on defense than he had in the past.
Oh, absolutely. The guy number was called, so he stepped up and made some big plays. And the guy worked his tail off each and every week. I don't know anyone that works harder than 36. And, man, I got a lot of respect for the guy as a player and as a person. So I'm very excited and very happy that he was able to make some plays out there.
All right, thanks, everyone. We'll have coaching next. We have a couple players out in the back hallway here in a couple minutes.
Is that too loud for you? Well, I'll start off by saying, number one, just super proud of our players, our coaches, our fans, everybody. This was one of my favorite team wins because it was so complimentary. I think you especially think of that third quarter just going back and forth. We talked about last night in the team meeting. We talked about it all week long. This was going to be a fist fight in the back alley. And ironically, we're out here with that big fight last night, and I think you could kind of feel how that was going to go today. So our players just really stepped up to the plate when they needed to at big-time moments. And I just, you can't pick any one person out. Just everybody did a good job. I think there was signs of toughness throughout, signs of resiliency at the end of the game. You go to special teams that need to make field goals to make it an 8-point game and then to make it a 2-score game. Just across the board, everybody. Our coaches did a heck of a job of getting the guys ready. So I thought that all three coordinators did a phenomenal job. I mean, it was just listening to them on the headset, where they were, how calm they were, what they were seeing, how they were seeing it was great. So, a lot of credit to Oakland. I think we know what kind of football team they are. And it's just it's one of those black and blue games, So with that, I'll go ahead and open up.
Matt, compared to where you were 10 days ago, what did you learn about your team during the last 2 Sundays?
That we fight. It's plain and simple. I don't make it hard. I just make it real simple. And these guys, they fight. They don't care what's going on other than it's a brotherhood. They talked about it in there. It's a brotherhood right now, and it's tight. These guys love each other, and when you love each other, man, you play hard for each other. It's crazy how that works, So, and then what happens is you put yourself in an opportunity, you give yourself chances to win, and when you win, things get better, and then you start to get a little bit of momentum. But we've been through some tough times together, not just this year, but previous years. It's calloused us. It's made us tougher. But in the end, you get to see true colors of people. It reveals a lot about a lot of people. And I just know that locker room right now of the people that we have in there, it's real, it's authentic, and it makes it fun to coach.
Matt, what's going on with Fields in the first quarter? It looked like he was ill, maybe.
No, I mean, he just was out there. You saw the hit he took. And then went in, came back in, and then did the same thing later on. I mean, I just say this, that son of a buck is tough. He is tough. He's proven that when he was in college. He proved it out here. And then, same thing with Andy being able to come in for that time that he was out and convert that third down. So there's so many pieces to this thing today. That's why I put it in one of those deals where it was fun to coach these guys.
Matthew, run the ball the way you did with Davidson.
Yeah.
What did that do for you?
Well, it talks a lot to the offensive line and tight ends. It talks a lot to those running backs. It talks a lot to our coaches for getting those guys ready. I think you're starting to see I think you guys would probably agree there's a little bit of an identity going on right now. And so that's real. And how do you build off of that? I know, Demo is at home right now watching this, and he's proud. He's proud of these guys because he mentors these guys. And Damian Williams to step up, has 16 carries. Khalil Herbert to come in as a rookie and run the football like he did. That's impressive. Michael Petre's coaching the heck out of these guys. And when you have that running game, it certainly makes things a lot easier in a lot of different ways. I'll remind you that defense we played against today was pretty good, and they get after you. And you got to be careful with how much you get into drop backing, and because they don't need to blitz a lot. They play their stuff and they get after you on the edge. So you got to be able to run it, and our guys did that.
Matt, with regard to the running game, how does the emphasis on improving the running in the last 2 weeks? I mean, all the tight end usage, the extra blocker, the extra tackle. How much has that had an effect? How important has that been to this?
It's been very important for a lot of different reasons, and that's what I think is so neat to see is, I just think that Bill Lazor has done a phenomenal job at being able to come in here and get guys in a rhythm and be able to feel, who's hot and where we're at, and the other coaches on staff being able to help out. It's a group deal, so everybody included is what makes it special. And some of that stuff is where we feel like we have a strength. And, again, we get into the tight end targets every week, and I don't know which direction that's going to go, but I do know this. And I'm excited to watch it tonight on the plane ride, but I know those tight ends are blocking their butts off right now. And as much as it is for the O-line to help block, those guys need them.
You talk about that 3rd and 12 play,
Yeah.
Mooney over the middle, kind of, is that where it was designed?
Yep,
to go? Can you just kind
it
of
was.
through
No, the play was designed to go there, depending on what we thought they were going to be in. And then we have some, different parts of the progression. But Justin has waited, all week. We kind of had that bad boy sitting there waiting for that moment. Now, I don't know if it's to win the game, but it's one of those crucial 3rd and 12s. That was a big-time play in that game. And if you don't get that now, the momentum meter swings to them big time. And so Mooney to get open, make a play. Justin went through his progression. The offensive line blocked. Justin made a great throw, and Mooney made a great catch, and it was first down.
Is that the best game? Is that the best game this season for your O-line? On the road.
Can you ask me that tomorrow when I watch it tonight? I would say it felt good to be able to have all those rushes. What was it, 37, 38 rushes for whatever it was. I think that it felt like we were rushing the ball for 5 yards a carry, and when you have that, it's huge. So I could say partly yes.
Now, back to the 3rd and 12. Are you expecting them to drop 8 there like that? And when they do, I mean, how hard of a throw does that become for Justin to thread it?
Yeah, the extra dropper can make it difficult when you have that drop 8. But at the same point in time, depending on where you're at with the levels of your throws, he stays within his progression. That's what he did. All the guys on that play did what they were supposed to do. Justin made his progression, stayed within it, and then you got to make the throw. You got to be able to see it, and he did that.
What have you thought of Justin's ability to adapt as a guy who's made his 3rd start? It's been choppy in some other parts of the offense the last 2 weeks. For him to be able to manage less than perfect situations
Sure.
at this stage.
Yeah, that's a big part of this. He's been able to grow. He's been able to. I think that's what we want to see is constant improvement, being able to play smart. That touchdown pass he had down there in that situation, to be able to give an opportunity and not throw it away because he wasn't open, right? But a lot of times that's what happens inside the 5 and 10 yard line in the red zone in this league. He made a great throw, and so that's growth for him. And I just think there's so much to take out of this situationally. The way he was able to get the guys in and out of the huddle, being able to even at the end of the game there was like 33 seconds on the play clock. And we wanted to, it was after the injury, we wanted to be able to milk the clock down and use everything. And I wasn't sure if we told him, but sometimes you get in a moment, he let that thing run the whole way down. You saw him standing there waiting. Those extra seconds matter. So there's a little bit of growth there for just that example.
You mentioned identity.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's been something you've been
Yeah.
for a little bit over the last couple of years.
Right.
To be finding it now, how encouraged are you?
early in the year still.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to have that. And now what we got to do is make sure as we go through this identity and figure out where we're at, is now be able to grow with that, right? Because now teams start to see who you are, and they're going to have counter ways to come back and counter you and counterattack you. And I think that for us, we got to counter that. We always talk about you got to stay, keep them chasing the cat's tail, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's important.
Man, last week the play calling was awkward for you. It just sounds like you seem like you're a little more comfortable with that dynamic now. Crediting with with Bill and just are you just more at peace now? Have you kind of come to grips with it the last week and a half?
I just think when you go through everything that we're going through and you're able to kind of step back and figure out, okay, what's best for this team. Last week was my first time going through it, and I told you how good that felt after the game. And then same thing with today. I'm able to really interact with those guys on defense and special teams. And sometimes I'm running down to find out what the play call is on that first play of the drive because I'm still celebrating with the defense or talking to them. So it feels good, and I like that. I think, as a result, you're seeing what we're doing offensively, defensive, everything. And it's just, if I can be the best head coach by doing that, I'm going to do it.
You had 3 guys leave the game and not return.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hit
After,
that. Sorry about that. Yeah, we had a Fetty with a knee. We had Caleb Johnson with a knee and a Tachu with a pec. So we'll find out tomorrow a little bit more about them. But those are the 3 guys. Sorry.
Matt, I was doing additional tests. With
Go ahead.
Khalil,
Okay.
The London game for Khalil was, that was tough, obviously.
Yeah.
Could you tell at all? I know it's hard to tell sometimes from him where he's at, but could you tell how much of that from him? What did you kind of see from him today?
Well, it was tough for all of us because you go back to that game as good as it feels right now after this game today, right now, the type of game we played, that feels good. It didn't feel like this in London. It felt the opposite. And, when you got to fly the whole way home from London with that feeling in your stomach, you remember that. I don't care what anybody says, you remember that. And so, he was a part of that, and he understands that. So I think all of our guys, we talked about, it's the mindset of making sure our guys know that we weren't coming in here to play, this was going to be a fight. And he knew that. And so Khalil's in a leadership role to make sure that other guys see how you play in this moment. And he did it today.
It's been an interesting couple of weeks with the Bears fans coming out of Cleveland. Everything was going on there. What's it mean to you when you see them take over a road stadium all the way across the country?
Are you kidding me? I mean, you look out there, you go out before the game, and then you go out at halftime, and then you come in the locker room at the end of the game, and all you see is just orange, right? You see orange everywhere, and it's it gives you chills when you're coming off the field because you know how much support they have for us. And they were a huge part of this win today. We talk about how well we travel, and it's amazing all over the country when we go to certain spots. But today it felt you could really, it was impactful. And so I think it's a beautiful win for everybody. They're a huge part of that. And anytime you can run off the field winning like that and you have the fans there waiting for you, it's pretty cool.
Are you guys doing any additional tests or evaluating on Fields' knee, or do you feel pretty confident since he was able to go back in that everything's solid?
Yeah, we're just, again, his toughness was great. It was awesome. So that's all. I think that's the number one thing I'm taking out of this is his toughness.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Justin, do you feel your confidence growing each game? The more you start, you had a couple big plays in that fourth quarter. How do you feel each week just going into different situations?
The more I play, the more confident I get, of course, and my teammates, offense and defense, they help me keep that confidence and just keep myself going. So yeah.
Take us through the touchdown throw that you had, and first of all, how you were feeling in that moment too, dealing with that shot you had taken on the sideline.
When you're in that moment, you can't think about what's hurting you. You just have to think about executing that play. So, of course, Jasper was kind of open in the back of the end zone with the DB, had his back turned. So, of course, I knew that he couldn't see the ball, so I just threw it up and gave Jasper a chance. And, of course, he came down with it. So, That's what happened.
Justin, what's the key to the ball placement on that one?
On that one, just give him a chance. You know, just put it where the defender isn't, because I mean the defender can't see the ball, so just give your receiver a chance.
On the last field goal drive you guys had, the second to last field goal drive, you
Yep.
had the 3rd and 13 to Mooney. What did you see on that play with the way they were playing coverage, and what's the key to making sure that you guys are on time with that?
Yeah, I mean that's just a timing throw. So we practiced that play throughout the week, and I saw their back and we're kind of playing the sticks on that. So just that look, just trying to get a first down, trying to keep the drive going. It was a great catch by Mooney and a great call, great play call.
To respond with that scoring drive there, what is the energy that you guys took out of that in a game that was obviously an emotional game? Like that?
Yeah, I mean it was awesome. Of course, you know I would have liked to score before that, but you know, I mean it was just awesome seeing everybody rally together and get together and drive the ball down the field.
Justin, how important was it to run the ball the way you guys did today with Damian and Khalil Herbert going for David?
I mean, yeah, when we can get the run game going like that, it's tough on opposing defenses. So I was glad that the offensive line was able to do that, plus the running backs and the tight end. So you know, I think they did a great job, blocking up front and the running backs making plays.
How does it feel at the end of this week where I know you started the other games, but you were like picked as the starter, the permanent starter going forward this week, and then you come out here and have this win on the road?
I feel like it was the same as last week. I had a pretty good idea that I was gonna play last week. So I mean, I kind of approached the week the same, just preparing the same and making sure I'm ready.
Justin, we've heard about your poise since you got here. We've seen it on that 3rd and 12. Stadium is as loud as it got all game. Ice water in your veins. What are you thinking there, and how do you execute?
Just get the first down. That's all I'm thinking. Stay in the pocket. Find a way to get a first down. So that was what was going through my head at the moment.
The hit you took in the first quarter, that
Mm-hmm.
you were over there being checked, did it make you nauseous or ill? Or?
Nah, so I got the wind knocked out of me, so that made the hit worse. So I couldn't breathe really, to be honest with you. But I was good after a while.
With the effective run game, besides just the down and distance advantage situations, is it just how much does it help just to know that it's not going to all be on you when you see how effective you were running the ball without Montgomery?
I mean, yeah, I mean it's awesome. I think it gets our offense going. I think it gets our O-line confidence that that we're moving those guys up front. So like I said, if we can get the running game going like that every week, it's definitely going to open the offense up.
When you first went down with the leg injury, what was the first thing that crossed your mind when you're trying to figure out what happened there?
I knew I hyperextended it. I was just trying to see if I can get up, and then I was just able to walk off the field, and then after a while I could start feeling my strength getting back. So I was just trying to see how stable it was and seeing if I could run on it.
Can you describe what the environment in there in the locker room's been the last hour? And
I mean,
why
yeah,
it's been the way it has been?
everybody's excited. Of course, that was a big win for us, and just coming here on the road, it was awesome. Not having David out there. I think Damian and Khalil they picked up the running game for sure, and I mean everybody's happy in there. I mean it's definitely always better leaving with the win.
What type of club dub guy are you?
I'm dancing in there. So yeah, so y'all might see a video later in the year or something. So who knows? We'll see.
Justin, did you like Damian move?
Are you talking about a touchdown?
Yeah, the touchdown.
All I did was when I saw that, I just stood there and I was like, yo, that was crazy. But I mean, yeah, I wish I could do that. That's all I got to say about that. I wish I could do that, but I mean, Damian's a great player, and he's a great leader on his team.
You told us you were going to stop doing that spin move after the shot you took in college. That's kind of what happened today.
Man, you telling me? I don't know. I have no comment on that. So.
Justin, these last 2 weeks have required a certain level of, I think, mental toughness from you guys. What have you seen from this group collectively over the last 14 days since you left Cleveland?
Yeah, just every time we step out on that field, putting our best foot forward, and just trying to get better each and every day, and just trying to get that swagger about us, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So I mean, just trying to keep building.
Justin, your toughness has been a big talk even at Ohio State, and now here, this is your first start being the full-time starter, and the team that's all they're talking about is your toughness.
Yeah.
Go to contribute to this team.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels good. I think I'm always going to bring that to the table. I'm going to put myself out there to win games. So that's what they can expect from me, and just every play, every game, I'm going to give it my all. So yeah.
You never stay down long. You know that you never let the fans worry. So do you feel pressure that you got to get up quick?
No, I think that's more for me. When I was younger, my dad always told me if I could get up and walk off the field, do it. So that's kind of why I don't like staying staying down long, and just trying to get up off the field.
Do you have any sense in this moment of how the recovery will go this next week with your leg or anything you need to do?
No, just probably just strengthening exercises, just making sure it stays strong, and just recovering my body as a whole. But yeah, should be ready.
A couple points it seemed like you had to do some stretching on the field where you were kind of down on all fours and doing some.
Yeah, my calf just started to tighten up on me, so that's what I was doing in that. But I was on the sideline, staying on the bike, making sure I was moving my legs to keep it warm, so it didn't stiff up on me.
Appreciate you.
Good, appreciate y'all.
How y'all doing?
Good. Eddie, it seems like it's kind of electric in that locker room today. Can you talk about why this win means what it does to you guys today?
Man, just, going out there, every game you want to win every one, but this was a little special, especially 2 years ago. There's a lot of things said from Gruden, so it just fueled the fire. And, going into next week, we just knew we needed these back-to-back wins.
What was it like being in that environment today where you guys have got the crowd noise on your side on the road?
Man, that was amazing. It was crazy, to really see how our fans travel, and come on the road. And, that helped us a lot. They kept us fired up, kept us pumped up. Just to hear out there, the support out there that we have from the fans, man, we really appreciate it.
Coach Nagy, the safeties were pretty involved today.
Yeah.
Deion's out there, it looked like you were moving around a lot. What do you like about Sean's game plan and for your room to kind of take it upon yourself to be a big part of it?
It was just different, giving them different looks, trying to make them figure out different things, and we was just talking about we have a lot of great players, especially in the secondary room, that can come out and compete and make plays, as you can see. That play with DAC, man, it was a very great play. He wanted to go to the dig, get broke on the dig, and DAC it was on him to make the play, and he made it.
Do you think that this could end up being what your formula is as a team, which is to go out there and have the defense dominate and the offense, do what it can do?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like that's been a Bears thing. That's Chicago Bears. Defense go out there, play, try to hold them no points, and the biggest thing for us was finishing. Coach Sean practiced on finishing. We know we was getting outscored in the fourth quarter, so we just wanted to come out and dominate today and play a full fourth-quarter game. And we gave up one touchdown, but overall, the defense play was good.
Where does this defensive performance rank? Maybe in the last year and a half or so?
It's definitely one of the big ones. Like I said, coming on the road, getting a win like this against a team like the Raiders, man, it's tough. It's tough, and we came out, we fought. We knew it was gonna be a fight. Coach Nagy said it. Things weren't just gonna go good all the time. It was gonna have ups and downs, but we just had to continue to fight, and we rallied together. Blocked out all the noise and came on with it.
10 days ago, you guys were in a very different place.
Yeah.
What have you learned over the last 2 games?
Just the resilience we have. The guys, we lock in, we block out all the noise, and we rally around each other. We rally around each other and continue to fight, man. And that's probably the most special thing about the type of group we have on defense is we continue to fight. When things don't go good, we don't blame or point the finger or get our head down. We continue to fight. We continue to go out there, compete, and make plays.
It looked like you was half a second away from taking that ball from Josh to the goal line.
Yeah.
Did you think you had got it, and when did you realize that probably not?
Yeah, I thought I got it. Honestly, I thought I had it. But that's one of those things. It was
like close.
Yeah. Like a half a second late, split second late. So just continue to play. The next play they got the touchdown. Like I said, we didn't want to give up no touchdowns, but the type of performance we had, man. You gotta always be good, feel good when you get these type of wins, especially on the road. But we just happy. We was happy for DAC to make that play. Reach some of our goals in the DB room and on the defense as a whole.
Eddie, what's left an impression on you the last 5 weeks just about the
Say that
way-
again, I'm sorry.
The last 5 weeks, the 5 games you played, the way the defense has reestablished itself as you guys set out to do when the season started. What's an impression on you about that?
Like I said, the type of group of guys we have. You know, we continue to fight. You know, we don't play the blame game. We don't point fingers. You know, we mess up something, we clean it up. You know, don't let it happen twice. You know, and a lot of us in the back end, you know, we just don't want to give up these big plays. You know, keep everything in front of us and let our front go do what they do best, and that's get sacks. So we continue to strive for that and continue to build off that every week.
In the scramble drill, you almost let one get behind you. What was going through your mind when you saw Edwards behind the entire defense, ball in the air, and you and Jalen were kind of in pursuit there?
Which one?
The one where he dropped it, the deep ball.
Oh yeah. That was just like a busted. You know, 3-3 said he's seen something else. You know, that was his guy, and just tackle. Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Like, just get him on the ground now. You know, you can't go back and take it back. You just got to get him on the ground.
What was it like watching Khalil make the plays he made today against his former team?
Oh man, it was amazing. You know, he made him regret everything. You know, trading him, they wanted to keep him. I mean, made him regret not wanting to keep him. And you know, Mac's our leader. You know, he had games like this. You know, we feel off that, and just to see him come back here and dominate, man, it's just a great feeling. You know.
You mentioned Gruden had said a lot of things. Are you talking about 2 years ago in the locker room?
Yeah, yeah, that,
Still
yeah,
remember that?
yeah, of course, yeah, we still remember that. Yeah, he said some other things, but you know, that's for the locker room. Thank you. Y'all have a good one.